Mode.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our amazing luxury consultants around the world. I see there are people from US, Canada, St. Martin, Taiwan already on the line with us. Wow, thank you so much for your time to participate in the webinar tonight. My name is Sherry Zhao, your host of the evening, and it's my privilege to introduce you my dear friend, business partner, and amazing trainer of the night, Miss Terrace Ellis. Terrace is the founder of Team Synergy, opened up the North California market for GWT in 2009. And she's a life coach and a retired corporate executive. Terrace's corporate background is in employment law and learning and development. She's worked in financial services, manufacturing, and biotechnology. Terrace's passion is to support those who choose it in creating a prosperity mindset. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Diamond Ambassador top earner, Terrace Ellis, to share with us the paving the road to success from the inside out. Terrace, are you there with us?
I'm here, Sherry. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And I have to say, you, my fearless sister, have been a crucial aspect of our team's success, and you are truly appreciated. With all of my heart, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you do for us here in Team Synergy.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, good evening, GWT family. It's my pleasure to share some insights with you tonight about paving the road to success from the inside out. Thank you for taking the time to join the call. So what does it mean to build success from the inside out? Let's take a look at the success model on your screen. It shows two of the key components necessary for building success in this industry. First up is choosing the right company, as you see here. The right company obviously has the right leadership, product, a duplicable system, and of course, we've all made the right choice with GWT as it meets all of these requirements. You all know that the fabulous training that Lior Scaler did for us last month in June on the 1, 2, 3, 4 system shows how simple and easy this business really is. Our compensation plan is the best in the industry, the most lucrative. Our product, I mean, wow, you know, what's not to like about beautiful jewelry? Fantastic sunshades, leather goods, timepieces, etc. And our leadership under the direction of our CEO and founder, Ramin Mesgarlu, is unparalleled. So we've got all that covered. Now the trickier but equally important component is being the right you. You've attended many seminars, listened to training CDs, read tons of books from many respected gurus. They've all ended up at the same destination point, right? Being the right you is about building belief in yourself, being our best self, increasing our self-esteem and our personal power. Why? Consider what we've been taught by challenging experiences in the past, lessons from well-meaning friends, family, teachers, and so on. Many of these experiences from the past build up in us fear, false assumptions about our own capabilities, a feeling of being beaten down by life, frankly, and we can take this unhelpful mindset into future situations. What we need is to be reminded of our magnificence. A strengthening of our mindset and mental habits is what's necessary. So how do we begin that process? I'm glad you asked that question. Now, creating a winning mindset is absolutely key. So how do we do that? A winning mindset really requires the recognition that what we focus on grows, that our dominant attitude has an impact on the success we create in our lives. An excellent formula for how this works is taught as one of the fundamental principles of wealth consciousness at Millionaire Minds Intensive. Some of you have heard of Millionaire Mind Intensive, or MMI. And here's the formula. Our thoughts lead to our feelings, which lead to the actions that we take, which leads to the results that we see. There's something about that that just makes common sense, right? And here's an example. So let's say you think it's difficult to make a list. You think you don't know the right things to say to people. You're certain the people you're going to call aren't going to take you or your business seriously. You feel anxiety around this, Every time you start to make the list, you begin to edit people off the list before they even make it on. We call that prejudging. You think to yourself, no, they wouldn't be interested. You feel the fear in the pit of your stomach when you think about how that conversation will go. You get the idea, right? So you take no action. You don't make the list. You don't call the people. So the results you create, in this case, actually end up with your business not growing, all because of the thoughts you thought, the feelings they led to, the actions you took, or in this case, inaction. Now, let's use another example on the other side of the bridge. You sit down to make your list. You realize that our CEO, Remy Mascarlou, stresses that the key to success is to make the list. You think, well, he epitomizes success and has helped 12 people join the Millionaire Club. You think about all the times you've heard other leaders in this company say how critical it is to make a list, and you realize, wow, they're successful too. You feel good about it, and you embrace that feeling. You decide to begin making your list. That success step leads you to feel even more confident. All these good feelings lead to your feeling optimistic about calling or contacting the people on your list. You feel your success is assured. I mean, let's face it, some will, some won't, etc. You'll live. Your results in this instance are entirely different. You're a success. Now, if you're thinking, my thoughts and feelings serve me just fine, my mindset is strong, then I challenge you to reverse this model. Your results were preceded by actions you took, which were preceded by the feelings that you felt, which were preceded by the thoughts that you thought. So what are your results? That's the clearest indicator of your thoughts and your feelings, as you can see from this formula. What patterns are you noticing in your results? People continually not showing up to tours after they confirm with you? Have you been replaying thoughts that people are unreliable, feeling uncertain that they may not show up? If you're finding these kinds of results, then please do revisit the thoughts and feelings that you have about all aspects related to your business, and you may find some real gold there. The key is to say yes to what you want so you can bring more of that into your life and not continually harp on things that don't work for you, that don't support you. If thoughts can be so powerful and we can control our thoughts, which of course we can, why not choose to think what works for us? Makes sense, right? Great. Now, isn't that a beautiful slide? So this is actually lightning hitting the earth, and it's just a beautiful illustration of what energy can look like when it's very, very intense, and I love this. And the reason I chose this is because I want you to see that energy, I mean, it's alive. This is about vibrational resonance, and everything is energy. So you may ask, well, why does this thoughts, feelings, lead to action, results equation even work? And it's because everything is energy. Energy is magnetic, it's attractive, it's alive. The principle underlying this is that which is like unto itself is drawn. And you've experienced this yourself. I absolutely guarantee you have. Think about a time when you've attended an event and someone walks into a room, says nothing, but something about their inner power, their energy, makes you and others a magnet to them. So let's say you're at a networking event. You see people crowded around this person. They're laughing and enjoying themselves. They're eager to get to know them better. This person makes tons of contacts in that space. You've all encountered people like that. You've also encountered people at events that you're less than delighted to be around, let's be frank. They may seem to just melt into the wall. Someone may ask you if you saw that person and you won't even remember them being there. Now these folks make no contacts at the networking event. These folks have a lower frequency, a lower vibration. Their energy isn't as prominent. They're practically invisible in the space. Remember, energetically, again, that which is like unto itself is drawn. Like energy seeks like energy, or as my mom used to say, birds of a feather flock together. And energy can't be fooled. It's about how you really feel deep down inside. And this powerful principle even affects our ability to generate and maintain wealth. Dr. Wayne Dyer, whom some of you may know, said that because of this tendency that I've been speaking about, energy has this desire to seek its own, Because of that reason, if you collected all the currency in the world and spread that money evenly across all individuals around the world, within 2 years, people would have the same amount they had before the redistribution. Think about lottery winners. A good percentage of them lose their money, go bankrupt within 2 years, and most within 5 years of winning the lottery. Yes, money is energy too. Everything is energy. So getting into vibrational resonance with prosperity prior to its arrival just makes sense. And to generate and be ready to receive that prosperity, your GPS along the road to success has to be set for success. Now, here's a metaphor you may find useful. If you're charting a course in your car from the east to the west coast, you plug the destination into your GPS, and it does the work, right? Now you have a map, right? And your map is going to tell you everything you need to know about your trip. The map will show you exactly how many miles there are to your destination, where you can go to refuel and nourish yourself along the way, stretches of road where you'll see nothing but wheat or cornfields, maybe cows. You may not find these things very exciting, possibly. Now, it'll also show you the towns and the cities along your journey and exciting points of interest that you can visit, right? That's a wonderful thing, the GPS. It really helps you feel very secure in where you're headed. Now, what we also have here that may be a surprise for you is a GPS for a successful journey on our way to wealth and freedom as we build our global wealth trade business. Let's see how it works. So, our trip on the road to success as we build our GWT business. If you can just follow me down this path, I think you'll see there's a lot of correlation here. What is our map in our global wealth trade business? Well, we all know that our wonderful founder and CEO Ramin Mascarlu invented this forensic network technology that helps us understand how to build our business by the numbers, if you will. So let's say that your goal is to qualify your business center, and we know that that's one person on your left team and one person on your right team. In this case, your distance to travel would be the number of contacts you have to make in order to meet that goal. Your mile markers will tell you where you are on the road to that journey. So for example, we know that if you're working the business on a part-time basis, which a lot of people are, that 40 contacts will yield 1 new member. So if your goal is to qualify your business and that's 2 new members you're looking for, then clearly you're looking to contact 80 people. So your mile marker will tell you if I've only called 40 people and I need to contact 80, then clearly I need to call 40 more. This forensic networking technology is absolutely phenomenal when it comes to helping you build your business by the numbers. Now, when we're on the road, traveling from the east to the west coast, the refueling stops and so forth are all on the highway. They let us know, get off the road now, because otherwise you won't be able to get gas or food for another 45 miles. Well, what is your refueling stop in your global wealth trade business? It's the personal development, right? These Sunday night leadership calls, they're your sustenance. Other webinars that many of the leaders are putting on all around the globe, boot camps, tours, the secret day that I know is coming up, so many different opportunities for you to be able to fill yourself up with the energy that you need to move forward. Some of the power tours that are coming up, there's just so much that we have available to you. And that doesn't exclude some of the personal development tools that you may feel really excited about. You know, Tony Robbins, many of us are fans of Tony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, whom I mentioned before, etc. Seminars, CDs, all of that is a part of the refueling process that you will, and I recommend you do, go through as you continue your journey on your GWT path. Now, there are, as I said, long stretches of road sometimes when you're traveling from the east to the west coast or wherever you're going, where all you're seeing is wheat fields, and they may not be quite as exciting. Now, do we have a corollary as we're going down the road of success? Of course we do. We know that we run into sunblocks on occasion, those people who may not have the highest level of vibration and energy, and maybe we could even view them as sort of negative people. That happens as well. Procrastinators, people who say, yeah, you know, follow up with me in 3 months, 6 months. I'm definitely going to get on board. I just need to figure this one thing out first. That's just a part of the process. So if we know that those long stretches are going to come, then we're prepared for them. The only difference between setting your GPS on a physical trip down the highway and setting your GPS in global wealth trade is that you don't know when you're going to meet those sunblocks and procrastinators. You don't know where that long stretch of the road is going to be. It could be with your first 40, your next 40, the 40 after that, somewhere in the middle. We don't know. And that's what takes a lot of people out of the game. The fact that they don't see in advance. You can't anticipate when that long stretch of the road will occur. But what we know about life, and I know you all can agree with me on this, is that oftentimes we're ready to give up on our dreams just before the miracle occurs. And if you do that, then what happens? Not only do you not get your dreams, but you start reinforcing in yourself that I can't do it. I can't do it. The mind is so powerful. It learns so quickly and so well. Well, you know, every time I get a challenge, I give up. And so I'm not going to be successful at anything I try. And that's not the language that we want playing in the tape that's in your head. So have fun on those long stretches, folks. Use those times as opportunities to further your personal development and enjoy the sights, because the next thing that's going to happen, I guarantee you, is the exciting sights, those cities that we've always longed to go to that are part of our journey. Those will be the next piece of the journey that we will see. And what does that look like in your global wealth trade business? One great example is new leaders coming on board, new leaders emerging in your team. Could even be phenomenal retail sales in your business. Again, the key is to make sure you don't give up before that miracle occurs, because I absolutely guarantee you that it is coming. And I also guarantee you that you have exactly what you need in order to be successful in your journey. You would not have started this journey if you didn't have what it takes to be successful. Yes. So what's that about? We've got this road to success, and it's spinning on its head. What is that about? Well, you know, this is just to show you that sometimes stumbling will happen on the road to success, and our job is to recover. Life is a journey, right? It's not a destination. And along the way, there will be moments where you do stumble. You'll have many moments that grow you as a person, teach you what's really important to you about your strengths, your opportunities for further development. You'll gain insight into yourself, and that's really the point of life, frankly. The contrast in life, those things that we think we don't want or thought we didn't want, those are the things that make us grow. Be appreciative for them. Embrace them. Remember, it's not what happens, but how we react to it that's most critical. Stumbling is not an indicator that we should give up. It's merely a part of the growth process. My mother was telling me this story recently that I have to relay to you, and she talked to me about babies. She's like, you know, you think about a baby. When a baby's getting ready to walk for the first time, what happens? Everybody who's ever been a baby or knows a baby knows what happens when a baby starts to walk, right? She stumbles and she falls. Now, the baby doesn't say to herself, well, this walking thing is not quite what it was cracked up to be. I never want to do that again. It hurts. These people are just going to have to carry me around for the rest of my life. No, of course not. That's ridiculous. The baby stumbles multiple times, and what does she keep doing? She keeps getting up, right? Then she learns to walk without stumbling. She's so focused on her destination. She has so much courage in that little body that she does not allow her reasons, her excuses, her fear to affect her results, right? And frankly, let's be honest with each other. The only way that a baby who's learning to walk can avoid stumbling is not to attempt to walk. And there's no child that I've ever encountered, and I'm sure the same is true for you, that would rather not stumble and give up the idea of walking. So it's a wonderful lesson, I think, from my mom about sticking with it even through the stumbling, which will happen. Now, oftentimes, when you arrive at the destination on your road to success, you'll find that it was the you that you became along the way that was the real treat. It's not necessarily just about the toys and baubles that you're able to acquire. They're just signs or mementos from your travel. And how can you minimize the stumbles and recover from them quickly is an obvious question. Well, develop the right mental habits. And here are some tools that will support you in that process. First, you want to set powerful intentions. Intentions are really key because they help connect you, they connect what you want to do to who you want to be. It's about how you do your be, as coaches will often say. It speaks to how you want to show up in and move through your world. And in creating my own personal intention, I wanted to embrace my personal power to support shifts in the people I work with on my team and highlight my personal values. So I'll show you what my personal intention is, and this is just an example, and here it is. I am a catalyzer of transformation. I lead with compassion, authenticity, and infectious energy. Now, if your intention is to design a life for yourself and have real freedom, it's critical to establish an intention, because otherwise you revert back to what you used to be or do when you let your reasons get in the way of your results. Corporations actually have intentions too, and they're called mission statements, and I bring that up because I think GWT's mission statement is beautiful, and it is, and I'm sure everybody on this call knows it, but I'll repeat it just in case, to be the most prestigious luxury design and fashion house in the world and provide an opportunity for entrepreneurs everywhere to build significant wealth by distributing designer goods to a discerning public. That's a strong intention, and it gives you a good sense of the range of intentions that are possible. I encourage you to create an intention for yourself. It's the most critical thing you can do. Set it, and everything in the universe lines up to keep you in flow with your intention. Now, I'll give you a hint about what to expect when you set an intention. One luxury consultant on my team set the following intention. I am in flow. I move patiently throughout my world and everything I do. Keep in mind that when you set an intention, for example, his was to be more patient, life will offer you the opportunity to demonstrate that. So this individual found that he seemed to hit traffic lights just as they were turning red, gave him more patience, or clients tended to pay him late, again, gave him the opportunity to demonstrate patience. Prospects kept telling him they needed 3, even 6 months before coming on board with GWT. Well, it's what he asked for, and it's really, really powerful stuff. The key, one saving grace, of course, is once he learned patience, this particular luxury consultant decided he was going to set a new intention, which of course makes sense. Now, another tool that you can use to develop your mental habits, and again, create another refueling station for you, is to focus on positive aspects. This is a key that I learned a couple of years ago that's really worked wonders in my life, so I'd like to share it with you. So think about something that concerns you or bothers you, and write it down. Just write it down, and underneath it, write down every aspect of that thing that actually feels positive, feels really good to you, and keep writing until you feel better about it. You want to hold that positive vibe, if you will, for 17 seconds minimum, because thoughts are magnetic, as we talked about a minute ago. So once you start focusing on what's positive about a thing or a situation or a person, more positive thoughts will come. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a prospect that you're excited about who fails to return your phone calls. Now you find yourself having unsupportive thoughts and feelings about him. Take a moment and write down the problem. Jim's not returning my calls or whatever. Then write down underneath that all that you appreciate about this person as a human being. He's got a great sense of humor. When you do spend time with him, you always feel good. He's interesting. He volunteers in the community and is eager to make a positive impact, etc. Really engage in this exercise. Don't see it as merely an intellectual exercise. You will begin to embrace these positive thoughts and feelings about your prospect, your friend, and you'll see a shift. I absolutely guarantee you. Your real work, though, will be in doing this exercise just to feel better, not to make your friend call you. Release all attachment to the outcome and simply be in the experience of appreciating all the positive aspects of the relationship. I use this technique regularly, and I've had amazing shifts as a result. And remember this is such a key statement. It's easy to remember, I think. Beating the drum of what you want brings more of what you want. Beating the drum of what you don't want brings more of that. So calling everyone you know when you're challenged by something and complaining about it, emailing about it, blogging about it, Facebooking about it, tweeting about it, all that's doing is making what you don't want stronger. So keep that in mind next time you may feel just a little tempted to go in that direction. Another tool, as you see here, that you can use to develop strong mental habits and mindset is to establish a gratitude zone around yourself. This is really cool. So your conversation and the conversations of those that you regularly interact with is focused on what's working, what you appreciate. You feel good, and your actions and results then support that. People no longer get to call you and complain about all the stuff that's going on in their lives. As your energy increases, this will actually fall away. You won't be creating or attracting that kind of energy. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be there to support your friends. But I know people, if they get 15 calls in a day, 13 of those phone calls are about somebody with an issue. That's too much. You can't support your intention to grow and expand and to create wealth and freedom for yourself with that kind of stagnant energy weighing you down. You create an energy field once you start establishing a gratitude zone of positivity. Folks get that you're radiating positive energy, and the sun blockers just stay away. When issues arise, of course, resolve them, but then let them go. I once worked with a coach who said, you know, when something comes up, vent about it, because you got to get it out of your body. That's actually very critical. But vent about it for, say, 10 minutes. Give yourself a maximum amount of time to vent about it. And I mean give it all you got when you vent about it. Really just unload, release. Then let it go, never to be considered again. And consider starting an actual gratitude journal. I did this a few years ago. It was amazing, the results that I saw after I did this. So what you do basically is you get yourself, I would recommend a really beautiful book, your favorite color, you know, something that you just feel emotionally connected to. And every single day, make a few entries in that gratitude journal. So things that you are really appreciative for. It could be, you know, the contacts you made that day. It could be members of your team stepping up into leadership positions, new luxury consultants coming on to your team, a retail sale that you made. And if this isn't happening for you, or if you just want to broaden this gratitude journal out, which I think is an excellent idea, make entries in your journal about life stuff, you know, more general life stuff. That's fine too. And, you know, I know one person told me once, I can't think of anything to write in my gratitude journal. And I said to her, well, you can walk, you can see, you can breathe, you have friends, you have a support system. All those kinds of things should show up in your gratitude journal. And, of course, always be willing and excited about writing in your gratitude journal the fact that someone thought enough of you to introduce you to this business. Now, continuing with some of the mental habits that will support us in our success as we stop at our refueling stations on our journey. Self-talk and affirmations. This isn't new to many of you. You've heard this before. The stories we tell ourselves, the thoughts we think, and the feelings we feel about them affect our actions and our results, as we discussed. So be sure to champion yourself when you think thoughts about you. No one can get into your head unless you allow it. Substitute thoughts of lack and limitation for thoughts of abundance and ability. Here's an example. I don't know how to talk to people, so how can I be successful in this business? Instead, I talk to people about things that interest me all the time. Movies I like, books I'm reading, places I've traveled to, what my kids are up to, whatever, right? So reframe the conversation in your mind and recognize where your skills are. Begin talking yourself up, not down. Positive, present tense affirmation statements are also useful in raising your vibration. Post notes in places you'll see them regularly, your bathroom mirror, your bedroom door, off the refrigerator. Statements that would be ideal for our business could be, as an example, I am interested in other people. Another one could be, I am a magnet for other people. You get the picture. We're in the people business, so why not? Now moving on to the next tool, visioning. This is a very, very powerful tool as well. Visioning takes your mind to a future state. What you're intending to create in the future is what visioning is all about. So sit back and actively imagine what you want to create. See it with all of its detail. Feel the feeling of having it already. Use vision boards to solidify the vision. Cut out magazine articles and find images from the internet to place on a poster board and spend time with it. Cultivate it. Nourish it. In fact, I pulled out my vision board from 2008 and realized that many of those things have come to be. It's really a magical experience. Next, we have meditation. Now, meditation is different from visioning. Visioning is the ask. Meditation is the answer. When you vision, you imprint images upon your mind about what you want. And when you meditate, you seek to quiet the mind to receive information. So start with 1 minute per day if your schedule is full, and increase as time goes on. It's like any other exercise and takes practice. Don't meditate to make things happening. That's visioning. Also, be mindful of what you expose yourself to, especially first thing in the morning, and particularly before you go to bed. These images stir in your subconscious and affect your thoughts, feelings, and of course, actions and results. Television, radio, internet news, and other images should all support you. And that's actually a great segue into our next tool here, developing a support system. Now, your senior business partners are an excellent resource for developing successful mental habits. They're models. You can also utilize them when you need to vent. Now, not all the time, and as I said, set a time limit. Of course, your support system may be a spiritual group you belong to, high energy friends and family members, personal development tools, etc. There's actually a lot of work that's been done about the folks that you hang out with, and you may have heard of this before, some of you, that your mindset, your wealth, your level of fulfillment, etc., is the aggregate of the 5 people that you hang out with most regularly. Think about that for a second. Who are you talking to? Who's your go-to person? When you think about social events, who are you always hanging out with? Your money, your mindset, your level of fulfillment will be an aggregate of those 5 people. Something to think about. So, we've gone on the road of success. I love this visual. Freedom, happiness, serenity, peace, opportunity, fulfillment, liberty, all the things that we're about here. So we recognize now that everything is energy. We've got a handle on our thoughts and feelings, are taking the actions that lead to the results we desire. We're stopping at refueling stops along the way and enjoying the process. We've developed excellent mental habits and mindset. Opportunities are coming our way harmoniously. Life is beginning to feel rather effortless. And oh joy, this is such a phenomenal business because all of this personal development comes with a compensation plan attached to it. Now, before I turn the call back over to Sherry, I'd actually like to share with you this quote by Marianne Williamson, which many of you may have seen before. And it is, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. The good news here is that the work that we're talking about, the work that I'm sharing with you, or the play, as one of my friends calls it, allows you the opportunity to begin to release the fear and connect with your power. And the work is cumulative, right? So 99% of all creation is completed vibrationally before you get the evidence of it. You may have had a vibration in the past, okay, that's led you to where you are today. But once you begin shifting or increasing your vibration, things will eventually shift, and what you manifest in the future will carry the energy of this new vibration called you. So I trust that this was useful information for you. I actually would love for you guys to hit me up on Facebook and let me know if you're trying some of these tools and how they're working for you. I found them all extremely useful, as I said before, at supporting you at getting into the flow, you know, making sure that your thoughts and feelings are creating the actions and results that you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to spend this time with you this evening. I know how valuable it is. I truly appreciate it. Back to you, Sherry.
Wow, thank you so much, Terrace. It was really truly amazing training you just have done for us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions or comments, please type in the chat box and question box there, and or raise your hand. I will unmute you, and so you can talk to Terrace directly. We have next 10 to 15 minutes to do so. And Terrace, I learned so much from you, really. Seriously, this is amazing information that you just shared with us, so deep and it's so great. And I really I love the way that how you show us the how to set up a GPS for our GWT journey. That's so amazing. I love that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah, everyone knows what GPS is now. Like we all have it on the phone, but connecting GPS with our global Wall Street business, you're amazing.
Thank you so much. I know, right? That'll be the next app that we'll need to create, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Anyways, so if you don't mind, please just press the next slide, and I'm waiting for the comments coming in. I think after I share with the announcements, and then we're gonna read some comments. All right, let's do that. Oh wow, yes. The first announcement I'd like to share with you, all of you, as many of you may already know, that our powerful, amazing Sinaz is coming to California. And so look forward to her presence in California here. I'm actually in California right now. Of course, I'm not at the South Bay area where Terrace is. I'm going to fly over there on Friday when Sinaz is going to be there too. So I'm very excited to have Sinaz over and to share with us her knowledge, and we can pick her brains. So if any of you know anyone in Southern California, actually in North California, in actually just in California, like or surrounding states, send them over, and just be here with us. This is we're gonna take care of your business. Sinaz gonna do the business for you. So don't miss this opportunity. We are very excited to have our Vice President of product development, Naz Human, coming to California this coming Friday, and actually the whole weekend she's going to spend with us. So Friday it's going to be Milpitas, which is right beside San Francisco. And on Saturday, we are going to have Naz go to Los Banos. It's a tiny small town. It's about 2 hours from San Francisco, but it's we have an amazing leader develop the market over there. So Sinaz is invited to be the speaker over there too for the power tour. So we are really, really excited to have Sinaz over in California to share with her knowledge and her success and bring us, to success. This is Sinaz Human. So next slide, please. I think next, yes, and we have David Hooker, our Vice President of Business Development, going to Orlando to visiting Leo and his team, and this is another amazing event. It's happening actually same weekend, so we have the same weekend. Sinaz coming to California. We have David goes to Orlando and to share with us their knowledge and excitement to bring us to the next level. So David Hooker is going to Orlando, Florida, and if you have anyone in Florida, make sure send them over. Even the surrounding states, send them over. You don't want to miss this amazing guru, and he's actually an amazing speaker and trainer, as many of you already know. So make that connection and call people right now. Terrace has shared with you how to do it, like just now, just doing this main seminar. So great, thank you so much to Terrace. Let's share. Let's see if we have any questions or with people here. Oh, we have lots of people sending in their comments right now. All right. Renee Liao from Taiwan, she said, he says, love to training Terrace. Thanks for the reminder to keep us on, to keep up our own spirit. GPS is set for GWT. Great. And Bob and Judy, Brian, and from Kitchener, And they have shared here absolutely amazing training, Terrace. Everything you talked about makes so much sense. Thank you so much for your leadership and sharing your thoughts with us, Bob and Judy. And then we have Leslie from Vancouver. She says, thank you so much, Terrace. Your passion and energy is truly contagious, and I love your training. And we have Barbara also sharing here with us fantastic information and action tips for our success. This really fit the embrace and with all that Ramin has shared in his recent trainings. Yes, you are so right, Barbara. And we have Leroy Matthew from Brampton, Ontario. And he said, wow, this was absolutely brilliant. This one thing, it's one thing to hear this excellent training. It's more to follow great instruction for fantastic training. Once again, wonderful. All right, thank you, Leroy. And we have Camila. Sorry, I don't know where you're from, but she also shared. Thank you so much for empowering training this evening. I feel re-energized and will definitely work on putting these techniques to use to help grow and develop my team all in Dominica. So here she shared Dominica. All right, and we have Debbie Taylor shared with us here on awesome webinar, Terrace mindset. Wow. Once again, a lot of truth were shared by you tonight that we constantly hear from our amazing CEO, awesome CEO, Mr. Ramin Maskalu, and our Vice President of Business Development, Mr. David Hooker. Thanks for sharing with us. Thank you for your positive leadership once again. And our best regards also John on behalf of Debbie Taylor. So it is John and Debbie. All right. So I think that's all the comments we have right now. And we do have someone raise their hand. Also, Jimmy want to share with us by his own words. Just let me unmute Jimmy. Jimmy from California is actually part of Team Synergy. Amazing gentleman right here. So Jamie, I'm unmuting you. So Jamie, can you hear me? Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Terrace, can you hear me?
Yes, speak louder, please.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to say thanks to Terrace. This was a wonderful, powerful training. Her infectious energy was just titillating.
Thank you, Jermaine.
You're welcome, Terrace. Most likely, I hope, looking forward to seeing you on Friday.
Yes, absolutely. 10 guests.
10 guests. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you,
you.
Jamie. Look forward to see you on Friday too.
Right, Sherry.
All right, and we have another comment coming in from Derek Stark, and Derek says, "Amazing training, Terrace. I love how you like the success to a road trip, and using a GPS to guide you. Thank you for your training. I will be using the tools and utilize more success in my business." Wow. So thank you very much, everyone. And we have so many amazing comments coming in, and you guys are participating in this amazing training and the webinar. I'm pretty sure you're going to use the technology and techniques that actually Terrace shared with us tonight. We all learned so much from Terrace, and thank you so much for your hard work and for your training, for your knowledge that you've been, the energy that you put in is so amazing. Everyone is really re-energized here. So thank you, Terrace, and I look forward to our successful weekend this coming weekend on the July 20th and 21st. It's gonna be amazing in West End, East End, both ends of U.S. We're gonna have amazing weekend this coming weekend. So thank you everyone for being on the call tonight. And next week Terrace is going to share with more, so don't miss that. Oh, actually, next weekend, because we're going to have, next weekend we're going to have the power tour in east and west of California. So I think next weekend we're going to have Arrow Trench, amazing trainer again, to share with us his knowledge. So don't miss that one. And the following weekend, Terrace will come back to us. All right, so that's it for right now, and thank you, and have a great week, and let's go rock the business.
Thank you, everybody, for your comments, and thank you, Sherry, for a brilliant leading and hosting of this call tonight. Again, you are much appreciated, my dear.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Terrace rocks.
Thank you. I think that's Lior.
Yes.
Thank you, Lior. You rock too, my dear.
My pleasure. You did a great job.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.